give Bren Esports an advantage here.
Yeah, again, Bren Esports is playing a lot safer than I thought they would. Apparently, the late game claude is what they want to focus on here. Early rotations on the turtle area is what the play here for Bren Esports.
And Claude here needs to really keep going for the jungle, get the camps as much as possible, farm up in order for him to start being a threat. Because with the added bonus of Hellcurt just being present in the map, they can just pressure all the lanes all at the same time. But immediately here,
yep, again, the turtle gonna be the one. The crab, rather, going to be the one to be prioritized here by Bren Esports. They always want to play over that goal advantage. That's been their trademark ever since the first season. They're not slowing that down at any point here in the first match of the game.
Of course, you have to secure the goal in order for you to get item, but immediately, the first butterfly puck bet there. That just changes the landscape here a little quick.
Yeah, even the cameraman didn't actually expect that to happen. Neither did I. A bit of a slip up here for Yuji in the mid lane. A lot of this is going to be a huge threat later on. This Alice is going to be very essential. It is central to Dian, to Lard. All their ultimates will have to be compounded with the ultimate from this Alice in order to be effective. And Pacman looks like he's playing very, very aggressive. They want to secure this turtle early on, and they are in a very good position to do so.
They really are. Zapdos caught in a bad spot here.
Whoa, that's a lot of damage.
Almost gets taken out there, but the majority of Bren Esports here are already on level 4. They can go for a fight.
Yep, Bren Esports looking like they're being pinned up against the wall on all sides of the map. This Kimmy pick is just paying off dividends here for execration.
Yeah, Coco has no response over to the top lane right now. We are going to see a turtle take here with Bren Esports contesting this from execration. Slowly but surely, they're trying to figure out how to take this. They're just dwindling down the HP of the turtle here. Lumino Blast being charged up, connect. And Jeff's getting forever, and he's going to go down. Yuji gets the first kill in that engagement. Lord is trying to zone them out. He does have the Minoa Fury, not just pop just yet. And Bren Esports is going to be forced to fall back.
Of course, Bren Esports is still going to go back for the counter engage. Coco is in great position to free it. Coco gets one. Can he get more? He goes back in. And Zapdo is actually in the wings. He's trying to get his hands in the remote. Can he do it? I don't think so. His other tower, he gets it. Oh my god, that's a beautiful gameplay there for execration. But their HP bars are actually getting whittled down very, very quickly.
That was a good engagement by Bren Esports, but execration just managed to do well. Instead of just giving up their lives, they just decided to delay as much as possible, go back, and just try to pick off somebody. That's what Zapdo did, and then tied up the scoreline. Nobody in a significant lead at this point.
Yeah, and that's an execration trademark. Go for the very risky play just to get some amount of gold into your pockets. And it paid off dividends for them in that team fight, barely keeping up with the gold though for Bren Esports.
We're going to have to figure out who's going to be getting the turtle first, because with the latest adjustment with having 3 turtles in the game, that might just change the kind of battles here. Teams are going to have to focus on objectives here, but speaking of objectives, top lane looks like it's going to be contested by execration. Instead, it's going to be the turtle.
Yep, a lot more priority here being given by execration though. Hayes is still in the wings waiting for a huge moment to go for the Numen Blast, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. He gets locked out against the wall.
And Rebo is down from the count. Minoa Fury gets connected onto Yuji in pain, and they are going to have to fall back here. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Zapdo going for Coco. Nice duke there by Coco. He's going left and right. I don't know what's going on with this man.
He's playing around in the bottom lane against Zapdo. The rest of execration though, they're trying to go for the backup Dian. Just way too late to the party. 4 members being allotted by Bren Esports, while the top lane though gets pushed out.
Look at that micro outplay by Coco. It was really just there. Zapdo had no answers whatsoever. That was just masterful, but meanwhile, that's already the top turret going down.
Yeah, that's the power of the Kimmy pick. Early taking down of the turrets is just so easy for the team that has Kimmy. And that's the reason why this is gonna get picked a lot more in this tournament. That's what I predict at least.
Yeah, this is already going to be a very interesting tournament. A lot more open-ended choices. Nobody is going to just go for the meta. Everybody needs to go for the off-meta picks in order for them to have the upper hand.
Again, Kimmy is one of those big off-meta picks that we have to watch out for, and that is showing. Execration is showing why that is going to be the case here. So much damage output, especially if you can protect it for a long period of time, which is exactly what execration is doing right now.
Kimmy really does start to hurt. I don't know if Claude would be able to keep up with the scaling that Kimmy has in this game alone, but we'll find out as time goes by. We are already in the mid-game stage of the game. Bottom turn is going to fall down here by execration, and I think there's going to be a retaliation. Down a pounder onto Bane. That hurricane that's going to connect to him. Dark Nightfall is going to be connected. Bane is going to go down. Domino Blast though!
That's actually huge! No middle blast with a follow-up on the Dengan overturn is going to be way too late though. Revo though, he's wreaking havoc right now on the front lines of execration at the end. He's going to be victim to Haze. And Yuji is here for the follow-up on the Lord. Here's Jeff getting forever though. He's trying to go in for a little bit of backup. It's going to be enough to stop Bren Esports on their track. But that gold lead right now for execration, I did not expect this.
That's 1,000 gold lead that we did not expect happening at all. We've never seen that happen during the regular season, and this is the first time I think we are seeing an engagement.
Oh my god, Jeff Gerber, he is taken out right off the bat. And again, you know what, Fury gonna be stopped right there by Bren Esports. It is time to go on macro mode. Bren Esports prioritizing the turtle, getting that buff, adds up so much damage to the attacks. And of course, that will be stopped right here by Haze, though. They get read by like a book. Secured will be going over to Bren Esports.
And Ian is actually forced to use a Hurricane Dance. That is going to be at the cost of their turret. Sure, they do get one out of that engagement, but they're losing this engagement over the middle lane. Ben is just going to get erased.
What was that? That was such a weird placement for this Alice in bad stage of the game where he cannot really get out. And Payne is on the Kaya. He is controlling the tempo of this game right now. And Coco getting so much free farm on the bottom side of the map as well. Execration is not in any position to answer this.
Seeing a huge rotation from execration, though. They're going to try to defend this. Kaya, I haven't seen good Divine Judgment just yet. Phantom Seed is going to be called here, and I think they're just going to distract them from pushing any further.
Again, here is the signature Bren Esports. Where do they get this goal around the map? They are getting pushed back over and over again, but they still manage to get a lead. That is just out of pure rotation. Apparently, they are showing that off right here as well.
And that is how they work. Bren Esports focuses more on the rotations in order for them to get the objectives, get kills, and get objectives. And that is really a trademark that other teams should start incorporating into their playstyle.
Yeah, they've been given a whole season. They've been given the whole of Season 1 as well to study that up. Apparently, Bren Esports is still the master of the craft, no matter how much the other teams try to emulate it. It is just from the masters themselves that they are able to execute it as beautifully as this.
It's paying off for them immediately. Things are looking really bleak here for execration. Sure, they got a turn advantage, but is it really counting towards the win, though? It doesn't look like it.
That's the point right now. They picked the Kimmy because they wanted to get the early game advantage. And where is it right now? This Kimmy is starting to look a lot more softer as this game is progressing, because as they are starting to get a lot more sturdier, they can withstand the Kimmy blast. They can dive onto him a lot easier. And I think that's a power of the composition right here, and I think that's something that we're gonna have to watch out for, because Bren Esports, they look like they're gonna start their steamrolling session.
I think that is gonna happen. We might see a road roller here. You know, let's compare these two marksmen here. We got Claude, we got Kimmy. Claude is clearly really better at, you know, as soon as we reach the late game stage, we're already in the late game stage, and they're starting to not have any answers at all when he comes in.
Yeah, because I think Coco showed us earlier just why Claude is so much better in the late game compared to Kimmy in terms of being a marksman, because of the mobility, because of how well he can reposition himself when he's put in a very bad spot in a team fight. And I think that is just the innate advantage of having Claude in your composition.
Yeah, and the only real answer that they have for the slipperiness that Claude is, they just have to rely on the Minoan Fury by Lord. They just have to rely on the Hurricane Dance, and they do need those for big team fights. They can't focus those just on Coco alone.
Yeah, again, Coco is going to be such a huge tool here for Bren Esports later on. I think Pain that's the #1 priority here for Pain. For the meantime, though, Dingen, he's going to get kicked off. Coco going to try to dodge it out. He's going to hold in the face of execration instead. What dodge are you talking about? He's going hard on the Zapdu. He gets taken out. Rebo is on the killing spree. Hayes is just blocking everything that Jeff Cutie Forever can throw out. And Bren Esports is looking so on form right now.
And right now, they're going to be converting it into a Lord take, and it's really, really bleak for execration here. That was a bad engagement. It was nice to go for the Minoan Fury, but there were no follow-ups from Ben or Jeff Cutie Forever at all.
That's exactly what I was looking for earlier. I mean, Coco was so exposed in that bottom, in that very tight corridor. So I was a bit waiting for execration to pull the trigger on that. Maybe a bit of hesitation cost them so much gold in that exchange.
And right now, they're already nearing knocking at the doors of execration here. The tier 2 turrets are going to go down. Look at the experience difference there.
That is huge. That is a huge swing. Like, once Bren had the
Zapdu, though, has Rebo, but that Dark Knight Falls is going to be triggered. Rebo goes for the blink and manages to escape, and wow, that's just really masterful.
That is, again, masterful use of the Hellcurt. And again, showed to us by Rebo. Zapdu gonna get taken out right off the bat, just like that. Picked off in no man's land. And I think that is a huge mistake here. Again, Zapdu trying to overextend when the rest of his team is just safely snuggled inside the base. And this is looking like the end here for execration. They're getting boxed in all throughout their base. And it's gonna be very difficult for them to find a way out.
Man, Lars just needs to make sure that his Minoan Fury connects to a lot of people and make sure that the rest of his team is going to follow through with it. That's the only way that it can come back here. Possibly go for a split push, try to distract Bren Esports from pushing in, but that is realistically the only way execration can do this.
Exactly, in execration, they're waiting for that window. They're looking for that window. It is starting to look lower, smaller and smaller. Coco in the middle of the fight. He is so brave right now. Fighting off. Turret goes down the mid lane as well. Zapdu is taken out. Kimmy is the last remaining hope. Jeff Cutie Forever. He's trying to push off the minions as best as he can. But Rebo, he has the plans.
Forever, Lord. Bakbet is going to be taken off guard here, and they're spending all they can, and they're actually able to defend this as much as they can, but they don't have enough firepower here. Dian diving into 4 people. That is not a wise decision here. Resurrect being popped there onto Pain. Execration will be almost wiped there. Lord just doing what he can to defend this. For now, he defended the aggression, but as soon as the minions pour in, it's going to be game over.
Yeah, 13 minutes in, all of the inhibitor turrets are already destroyed. Yuji's on the mega kill. Coco again in the middle of the fight. He is unstoppable in this one. And Zapdu, he's trying to make something happen for his team. Because that's not going to happen anytime soon. Game 1 goes over to Bren Esports.
And that was massive. I mean, looking at how the gameplay went, Execration had the upper hand, but as soon as they slipped up over there at the bottom lane, that's when Bren Esports just took advantage of it and just rolled with it without any problems whatsoever.
Yeah, that was actually very masterful execution here for